Sige, sige. Pakitry nga. Hmm. Ay, ang naka-share ay yung Google. Ano ba itong sinishare ko? Guys, yan lahat ng nasa Google Meet, you can leave now. You can leave. Please go to the StreamYard. I know, not StreamYard, to the YouTube. So, nahihirapan ako dito. Ayan. StreamYard. Ayan. Pasok na nga, yung lahat ng nasa... Alright, so... I think I'm live now at the FTV. Those who are part of the talk show, please try to enter the stream now. Princess, pakisabihan sila na pumasok na sa StreamYard. For my guests, please enter the StreamYard now. Kasi I want to check if it is working. Kasi last time during my show with Masino, I had a sound, but my guest doesn't have a sound. So we need to check it. Okay. Princess, ba't wala pang pumapasok? Princess? Okay. Pasok na pala sala. Ako pala hindi nakakakita. Sorry. sorry. Okay. Princess, kaya ba ng sige, pakiayos mo na Princess ng layout. Yung ako lang muna nakikita. Nakalimutan ko akong dalawang streamer nga pala. Let us try. Papasukan mo ng isa. Earl, can you enter the ad stream ko na po ba sila para matay? Ayan. Earl, can you talk? Can you open your camera now? Tapos can you talk? Hi, Earl.
Hi, sir.
Okay. Naririnig kita dito sa StreamYard, pero I'm not sure if they can hear me here at YouTube. Guys, yung mga nasa YouTube, can you hear Earl? Magsalita ka nga, Earl.
Hello po. Mahina ba, sir? Baka kasi mahina yung sound.
Hindi, sakto siya. Malakas siya. Ayan, naririnig. Very good. Okay. Thank you. Wow. Ayan. So we can start. Okay. Tigil. Nag-live na ako dun sa ano, sa amin. All right, so we can start now because we're consuming a lot of it's already almost we already consume almost 20 minutes. All right, so here we go. Sige, ako muna ano, ako muna princess. Okay. Tapos mamaya i-play mo ha. Magbibigay lang muna ako ng introduction. Ayan. Pero naririnig naman. Lakas-lakasan mo na lang earl ng konti. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Today is March 8, 2021. We are already at the last part of the second grading period. Actually, supposedly this week should have been the start of the third grading period, but because of the extension of the DepEd calendar it was moved to March 15. I mean the last day, the last week of the second grading. But here I am again. I am Sir Nan. I am your host for today with Sir Nan, and our our visitors for today, or our show, will focus on the opinions of grade 10 masipag. I have some visitors right now who are just waiting at the backstage for me to introduce them. All right, so we will be discussing some intelligent topics or discussion, and I am going to ask them several questions. Then they're going to answer based on their personal opinions and based also on what they believe on those particular hot issues nowadays. I am just so excited as you to hear them, to listen to them talk, giving their personal sentiments, their opinions about what is going on in the world of politics. I'm not sure, but maybe it's all about health and safety and everything. All right. So I hope my students could listen vividly what I am saying and what my guest would be giving you guys. All right. So for the instruction, for my students, I want you to type in the word P once again after I posted the word attendance on our screen for me to be able to find out if you are here watching right now in our live stream. All right. So thank you also to our parents, to our subscribers who are watching right now for tuning in. I hope you'll enjoy the show and you could stay with us until the last part of this show. So once again, you are watching today with Sir Nan. All right. Princess, you can play the intro now. Thank you so much. Okay na? Okay na ba, Princess? Okay na, anak? Okay, so I guess we're ready to go. I am just a little confused about what's going on. I think the live I'm using two StreamYard, one for my account. I don't know if it is allowed. One for my account and one is for the account that Princess, the technical assistant is sharing with me. I don't know if it is allowed or if I don't know if it really functions well. But there is a little bit of delay on the feed of the live stream that we are having right now. All right, so okay, so I guess we can start. So for now, I am going to introduce to you. Can you still hear me? You can comment if there is a little technical issues, maybe the sound or the videos. You can comment it down below so that we'll be able to find out if there is something wrong, with the live stream or with the live feed. All right, so Princess, you can I know you can add some music background. Okay, you can just play some. I know I'm just going to You can play some, background music background while I am talking para hindi tayo lal. All right? You can play some music. Let's try to play now. Okay? Teka. Lagay mo ng konting music background. Okay, so I'm still waiting. Princess, can you hear me, anak? I'm going to introduce them now. Anyway, I think you introduced them already on the video, but I'm going to introduce them one by one. I'm still waiting. Can we play some music, or maybe I'll be the one to play na lang? Teka lang, hold on. No, I think it is you. Princess, anak. Mahirap pala. Can you hear me? Is there a background na? Is there a music background na? I can't hear it. Wala music background. Can you play a music background from YouTube, I guess, from YouTube? Mga music background, yung walang copyright, para hindi tayo makopyright dito. Okay, so they are waiting for anyway, okay, so we are going to continue this. The flag ceremony has just ended. All right, so I guess we can continue our talk show with Sir Nan. And for today, at this moment, I will be introducing to you my guest for this today with Sir Nan. All right, the very first one is etong una kong guest I can see her as a very curious student. Okay, she always sends me, or she always asks me questions about the activities. She is so keen. She is so interested in all the activities that we are conducting. Then parang makikita mo sa kanya yung curiosity sa lahat ng mga ginagawa, and I saw her potential also in the TV newscasting. In our very first group individual activity where I saw her voice. I mean, I've been listening to her voice, and there is something in her voice that really surprised me a lot, because there is a potential. All right, so parang very unique, very unique. So she is none other than Miss Deborah Cabarles. Palakpakan natin, Miss Deborah Cabarles. Let's give a round of applause to Miss Deborah. Hello, Deborah. Kaway-kaway tayo
Hi,
dyan.
sir.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. So, can you hear me? Can you hear us? My dear students. Students, this is our deal. This is what I've told you last time out. You are going to think of questions. All right, you are going to send some shout outs. I want you to send some shout outs. You also discuss something in your mind in our comment section. Then you are going to ask questions depending on the opinions that my guest and the host shared to you. But I want you to think of intelligent question if you can think of those. All right. Then also, I want you to I want you to make the conversation or the comment section lively also. Be participative. All right. So hello to Trisha, Jawod, Tabumpana. Shout out daw sa'yo, Dev. Okay. Sorry ha. Ako sipunin talaga, hindi nawawala. Okay, so our next guest is, of course, my God, I was actually surprised. No, actually, there is no surprise at all because I know her capability. She has been with us for a long period of time, especially last year. I saw her, I knew her. She was one of the best writers in the online publishing, and up until now, when she was when I knew her, when I got the opportunity be I got the opportunity to be a teacher of her, and I was really amazed. I mean, I was surprised in the sense that nakita ko kung gaano siya kagaling pala talaga. Okay? Kung gaano siya talaga kagaling. She is very versatile also. She can do in online. She can also slay in TV newscasting. She can also do some editings. And I think you cannot ask for more from her. She has been one of the best students in my journalism class. And she is also fluent in the language that I also love to use, especially during hosting. Okay, so she is none other than, let us give a round of applause to Miss Genevieve Hokis. Hello, Genevieve. Hello. Kaway-kaway tayo dyan. Wow, very good. Okay, I love the background. May pagkain ata dyan. Okay. I love the dress. I love the hair. All right. So thank you so much for being with us. Get ready for the questions. Shout out. You can send some shout outs, Ham. And next guest for this Today with Cernan is, ito talaga, nakikita ko to as a very potential student, a very potential journalism student. Even during the web page designing, I saw him write articles, and I was so impressed because he can write. And during the TV newscasting, he cannot only he can not write only, but he can also do some hosting and do some news reporting. I mean, the accent, I love the accent, and the attitude. I think you can be the next Cernan. Wow, ganun talaga. Okay, let's welcome Mr. Earl Donadillo. Earl, hello. Hello, Earl.
Hi, sir.
Ayan, di ba? Ganda, parang nasa broadcast studio lang talaga tayo. I envy. I also have like that professional microphone. I am not using that because there is some technical, problem and the connectivity. But definitely, I am really envious using that kind of microphone, I guess. So maybe I can use. So hello to Anthony Amparo. Yeah, Anthony. Oh my God. Okay, so Antoinette. So thank you, Earl, for being with us. Next guest is very intelligent tong sumagot, and she looks intelligent as well because she's wearing a glass also like me, and parang she has also this potential that I really want to know kasi medyo mahiyain siya, but when she talks, she makes sure na yung sinasabi niya ay may sense. Okay, may sense talaga. Talagang, saka para ang bait-bait niyang tingnan. Okay? I don't really know her much because this is just the first time I get to know her. But she is definitely one of the best student in Masipag section. She is none other than Miss Shalen. Did I pronounce it correctly? There is a little confusion on my part. How do you pronounce your name, Miss Shalen?
Shalin, sir.
Shalin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shalene. All right. So finally I got it. So Shalene Mendoza ba? Tama ba anak? Shalene Mendoza.
Manalo po, sir.
Ay, sorry. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Okay, maybe I must be thinking of somebody else. All right. So but it's definitely you as my guest. So Miss Shalene Manalo. All right. And also we have another guest, but he texted me that there is some problem with the internet connection. That's why it's okay, anak. That Giancarlo Saraga is the name. By the way, he is also one of the best student in section Masipag. He is so good in TV newscasting, especially in radio broadcasting. I love her. I love his voice. But we have another guest. Princess, is it possible if we can still add one more? Can we make it 6? Probably. Alright, so I want to, eto kasi talaga na nakikita ko tong student na to, Princess, anak, can we still add more? Pwede pa naman 'di ba ang 6, 'di ba? Yes, okay, thank you so much anak. Okay, so alright, so our the last but not the least guest is definitely one para siyang ano siya, parang pag sa journalism talaga, I mean, she has this background. I saw her posting some history, memories during her elementary days, and I was surprised because I got to know her better. She is actually the pangalawang patnugot. What is that in English? The associate editor in chief of her school paper. I saw her post last. Yes, was it yesterday? And I was happy because talagang meron pala talaga siyang kinalaman sa journalism, and she is one of the best TV newscaster that we have right now. She actually joined the TV newscasting group which competed in the division level, and she also won a place in the division level, and she is none other than Miss Moesha Colico. Let's give a round of applause to Miss Moesha. She is a surprise. She is a surprise guest for today. She did not expect that I will invite her to be one. All right. So Moesha, hello. Kaway-kaway sa ating mga fans right now. So we have
Hello po.
Yes, hello. We have 3,100 fans watching right now, and I am so happy that they are tuning in, guys. So for the fans, okay, for the students, I am going to type first the word attendance, and all you have to do before we start our intelligent conversation, I will post the word attendance, and all you have to do is to post the word P so that malalaman ko if you are watching right now. So thank you so much for our 2,900. Nabawasan bigla ng 2,000 watchers. Ang bilis ha. Okay, so we have 2,900 viewers right now. So once again, I am Cernan. For today with Cernan, I am happy to be with my guests for today. Si Deb, si Jen, si Moesha, si Shalene. Finally, I got your name pronounced correctly, and of course, Mr. Earl, our lone thorn from the roses. All right. So let us not prolong the waiting. I am going to ask you the very first question. Eto na. Of course, I am going to ask first Miss Deborah. Okay, sunod-sunod kayo ha. Okay, I will just call your name. Then you can tell me your personal view or opinion dito sa mga topic or dito sa mga pag-uusap natin. But we will focus first on the vaccination program of the government. All right. The very first question is really hard to answer. Hard to answer not because you are going to think of intelligent answer, but hard to answer because I know you feel the same way as our viewers do. So thank you once again to our 3,200 watchers. Okay, Miss Deborah. Handa ka na bang magpabakuna? Ayan. Handa ka na bang magpabakuna?
Sir, para sa akin, hindi po.
Okay, bakit po hindi ka handang magpabakuna?
Sir, kasi ano po, parang nangangamba pa din po ako. Like, parehas po ng lahat na nararamdaman ng tao ngayon, na parang hindi pa po sure, gano'n.
Okay.
Bilang ako po kasi, medyo mayroon ng trauma sa mga medicines po. because I have a lot of allergies in medicines. Parang para sa akin po, parang nakakatakot na din po na magpa-vaccine for now po.
Mm-mm. Okay, thank you so much, Deb. Okay, of course, I will also ask Miss Genevieve Candase about her personal view on this. Are you ready to be vaccinated, Genevieve?
Sa akin po, siguro okay na din naman na po.
Okay.
Sa, at the end, it doesn't even matter anymore. Ganun pa rin naman po mangyayari sa huli. And our priority right now is to mitigate it.
Yes.
It's not to negate the pandemic, but to mitigate it at the moment. Pero, it doesn't even matter anymore if we are going to actually have a better efficacy rate of vaccine or not.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that side, for that personal stand of yours. And I am so glad you have this courage to, accept the vaccine. Sana lahat ng tao ganyan. Okay. How about you, Miss Shalene? Miss Shalene, what is your stand on this? Are you ready na? Handa ka na bang turukan? Go, anak.
Sir, hindi sa takot, pero ayoko din po, sir, magpaturok katulad ni Deborah. Kasi I have allergies din po pagdating sa gamot. Napaka-sensitive po talaga ng ko. Kasi po yung health ko, hindi ganun ka-okay sa mga gamot. Hindi, parang po ba hindi kaya i-attain yung ng body ko yung mga gamot na iti-take ko. Lahat dapat sure dapat yung yung gamot. For example nga po sa allergies po talaga sa balat, sa katawan, ganyan po talaga. Kaya po yung parents ko talagang ingat na ingat po talaga sa health naming magkakapatid. Kaya po ayoko pong magpa-vaccine, sir.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. We respect and we understand your personal view, Miss Shalene. All right. So, hello daw. Hello to Ashley Nicole Pantaleon. Shout out daw kay Go Jen, ang ganda mo. Di ba? Mga ganun tayo. So, I want you to send some shout outs, guys. All right. So, thank you so much. I really appreciate, Shalene, your honest answer, honest opinion on this. How about you, Earl? Ikaw ba, Earl? Ready ka na ba na magpaturok ng bakuna? Okay, sige.
Personally, sa tingin ko lang, kung halimbawa po, Sinovac yung ituturok sa akin, no-text na lang.
Sige.
Sir,
Okay.
yung, di ba, galing po siyang Beijing, tapos galing China, tapos, sa kanila na nga po nang galing yung
virus.
Tapos yung efficiency rate pa po ay napakababa. Kung halimbawa po Moderna, Pfizer yung ituturok sa akin. Ayos lang, sir, kasi proven and authorized naman po siya na 95% yata na
mataas yung efficacy rate.
Kasi hindi ko rin naman po ma-question yung ibang tao na natatakot kasi syempre po yung sa dengue vaccine may fear pa rin sa mga tao na baka mangyari ulit or baka mag-fail na naman. So, syempre fatalities and casualties na buhay na ng tao yun. So, pero sa sarili ko po, okay lang, sir. Basta wag yung Sinovac.
Okay, thank you so much. That's a really very honest opinion of you, of yours, Earl Donadillo. So, napakahusay na sagot na talagang, sino nga ba naman na magpapaturo kung hindi ka naman sure, di ba, sa efficacy rate? But, of course, we need this. But, of course, we also have to make sure na yung health natin ay talagang mapapangalaga. So, either way, well, I think it's really hard. It's really hard. Especially ako, kahit sa part ko talagang hirap ako. But before that, I would also like to ask, how about Moesha? What is your stand on this? Ikaw ba, anak? Ready ka na ba magpaturok ng bakuna kontra COVID-19?
Ano po, sir? In my case, sa tingin ko hindi po at never po ako magpapaturo. Kasi unang-una, opo, lalo na sir, katulad nga nung kay Earl Sinovac, ayun, X talaga yun. Tapos, kasi po, in my case, tawag dito, parang delikado talaga sa akin yung pagte-take ng gamot.
Oo.
I mean, kasi yung parang yung katawan ko po is hindi po, yung may mga gamot po na hindi hiyang, ganon. So, tsaka ang dami ko po history ng allergy. So, baka imbis na kung yung vaccine is para magpagaling pa sa akin, baka lalo pa akong mamatay, 'di ba? Tapos ano po, kung tag dito, yung kasi may mga wait.
Go.
Tapos yung may maraming naghihikayat sa akin na magpaturok pa din kasi syempre bata pa naman ako, kaya pa daw ng katawan ko, ganon. Lalo na daw po yung Sinwak kasi syempre galing nga po yung China, 'di ba? Tas kilala yung China daw, yung mga ang gagaling daw maggamot. Pero ako, sir, hindi pa din po.
Okay,
Mas
hindi ka
mahal ko
parang
pa din
naniniwala.
po buhay ko kahit papaano. Opo.
Okay, thank you so much. So talagang, di ba, we cannot really oblige, hindi natin pwedeng obligahin ang lahat because everyone has these different opinions. But I would like to go back to the point of Miss Pokis, Miss Jen, na talagang I really love her answer. Okay, hello to Miss Trisha Tabumpana and Miss Tania Parungao. Go Mima. Tapos sabi ni Trisha, personal insight about the 2 weeks extension per second. Later, we will think about that. We will discuss about that. Masyado kang excited si Trisha. Okay, I would love to go back to the point of view of of Jen about yung sa COVID-19 na she would prefer to be vaccinated kasi she don't want to negate it but to mitigate maybe the spread of the coronavirus like that. Okay, I love your idea on that. Kasi talagang ito naman talaga ang purpose ng vaccine, tama Jen? 'Di ba? Ito talaga ang purpose ng vaccine, kundi matigil na yung pandemic kasi ito naman talaga ang cause na ng mga nangyayari dito sa ating mundo. Okay? But ikaw as personally are you sure na right after kunyari nabakunahan ka na anak, then there is something going on with your body, you felt that. So are you not going to blame the government, or who is going to be blamed if there is any problem after the vaccination program? What do you think?
If there is any problem naman po, wala po tayo masisisi doon kasi it is normal. Pero lahat po, every time, meron po talagang side effects.
True.
And hindi natin maiiwasan po yun. And then, ang dahilan ko lang naman po kaya po ako papayag, and it is not because matagal na po akong okay lang.
Yes.
I have done my research and then I have read a lot of articles even from US and other countries also, na masyado po tayong attracted sa numbers.
Okay.
Na comparing vaccines according to their 75% efficacy, 50%, 95%, it is like comparing apples to oranges.
Okay.
It's different. There is a huge difference between each vaccine po.
Yes.
And they have their differences and different side effects according to the body of the person. And then, ang siguro po, mas maganda if they are going to spread more information regarding each vaccine, hindi lang po yung efficacy rate po, para maging sigurado tayo, maging paniwalaan natin sila. Hindi yung sasabihin ng DOH lagi na maniwala sa science, maniwala sa kung ano yung sasabihin nila. Hindi po ganun eh.
Okay, very good. So kumbaga, aside from the numbers, ay kailangang mai-spread yung information, yung good information about why are you going to take this vaccine because it will end the pandemic. Diba? Parang gano'n na, if you take this vaccine, matatapos na itong problema natin. It's not just about the health, kundi it has a big impact on the economy. Tama? Diba? So, I got your point na kumbaga, let us not just focus on the efficacy rate, but let us focus on the effects, on the future effects, on the long-term effects of taking the vaccine. Okay, I love that. And going back to Mr. Earl Donadillo, Kasi parang he mentioned something about the Dengbaksha, the fear of having another side effects because of the Dengbaksha that was so controversial in the early, I mean, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or 5 years ago, it was so controversial because of the issues in Dengbaksha. So, nagkaroon ng takot. And now you don't want these vaccines to be injected in your body because there could be some probability that this Dengbaksha thing could happen to you na pwedeng mangyari sa'yo. Okay, so, ikaw ba anak ay ikaw ba ay nagkaroon na ng dengue ka na ba in your history or whatsoever? Hindi naman. Naka-off ka ata na.
Ako po, na-dengue po ako nung grade 5. Grade 5. Pero di po ako naturukan ng Dengbaksha kasi nagkaroon po yata ng parang nung Dengbaksha na sa mga schools nung wala na po talaga akong dengue.
Okay, so siguro tapos kaya nagkaroon ka ng takot sa ganyan anak na parang baka mamaya yung Sinovac na yun. Ayun. Okay, 'di ba? Ikaw Deborah, what can you say about this? Yung vaccine kasi, 'di ba, actually not procured hindi naman kasi natin binili, 'di ba? Yung yung dumating sa ating vaccines are donations, 'di ba? Donasyon ito mula sa China. Bakit kaya nagkakaroon ng takot ang mga Pilipino sa Sinovac? Sa palagay mo, bakit nagkakaroon ng takot ang mga Pilipino sa Sinovac? Bakit gusto nila, sabi nila kung magpapaturok daw, not Sinovac, other vaccines maybe? 'Di ba? Bakit kaya sa palagay mo?
Sir, para po sa akin, kaya po siguro nagkakaroon ng takot yung bawat mamamayang Pilipino. Kasi sir, kung titignan po, kasi galing po sa kanila yung virus eh. Okay. Parang nagiging na lang din po yung parang sobrang hindi po panatag, kumbaga. Parang iba din po kasi yung mga parang nakalagay po ingredients, parang ganun po dun sa sa vaccine. Parang hindi po siya masyadong mas clear katulad po yung sa Pfizer po. Mas prefer ko pa din po yung Pfizer po, yung sa mas kilala pong mga organizations.
Okay. So thank you so much. Ayun, kumbaga talagang nagkaroon dahil nga galing daw sa virus, kumbaga doon nag-originate kasi doon na unang natuklasan. Maybe there could be some, theories on this, but doon talaga nag-originate yung virus, doon unang natuklasan. All right. So ikaw Miss Shalene, what can you say sa pag-handle ng government sa vaccine program? We are a little political on this issue, okay? Okay, those viewers right now, let me give you this disclaimer, all right? I will give you first a disclaimer on what we are doing right now. The opinions and views of my guests and me myself as the host do not reflect with the opinion of the school, all right? Okay, it has no significance. The opinion of the school is not actually the opinion of the show. This is just a show, a personal opinion. All right, Miss, where is Shalene? Nawala si Miss Shalene. Okay, so how about you, Miwisha? What can you say about the vaccination program of our government? Are you okay with this? Na may ginagawa naman na paraan kahit papaano. What can you say?
First of all, don't cancel me, Char. Hindi naman ako influencer. Magsasalita lang ako dito. Para sa akin, sir, so ang bagal po.
Okay.
Tapos, pilit ko pa din pong iniisip kung donation siya, pero hindi ba siya talaga magkakaroon ng bayad someday? Alam niyo po yung...
Okay. Parang may negative thoughts ka or may parang pag-aalinlangan na baka hingian tayo ng bayad, utang. Kumbaga may utang na loob kasi tayo. Okay. So, So yun ang nakikita mo na parang natatakot ka sa possibility na meron. According to Anthony Amparo, kung mababa ang efficacy rate, magpapabakuna ka pa ba? Kung alam mo naman na may mas mataas na efficacy rate ang ibang vaccine. So thank you so much Anthony Amparo for sharing your thought on this issue, 'di ba? Na kung mababa ang efficacy rate, magpapabakuna ka pa ba? Alright, medyo that's a question na parang ang hirap sagutin. Okay? But definitely we have our own point of view. I also feel the answer of Miss Pokis na talagang very honest opinion na this is for the future. This is for the future of the world, not only of the Philippines, na if you will get this vaccine, alam nyo may mga bansa na kasi talagang maganda na yung flow ng vaccination program because of how the government handles, di ba? It could be like that. There could be some factors on how the government handles the vaccination program kaya naman na-encourage ang mga tao. Alright, so guys, we will be back after a few minutes. We will have some commercials first. Di ba may ganun? So masinop nga may kumakanta-kanta pa eh. So we will have some commercial and I will get back to you later. I will have more question on this after we go back after this commercial. So Princess, please play some commercial.
COVID-19. 7 months after COVID-19 outbreak, marami ng mga tao ang namamatay at patuloy pang nadadagdagan nito sa pagdating ng bagong araw. Isang panaginip na humantong sa bangungot.
Patuloy ang pagtaas ng bilang ng mga kaso ng COVID-19 sa
hindi sila sadyang birulan.
Ano nga ba ang pwede nating magawa? Sumunod sa mga health protocols na pinatupad nating mga barangay, magsuot ng face mask, face shield at mag-disinfect kapag aalis. At higit sa lahat, isaalang-alang ang lahat ng ito upang maiwasan ang COVID-19.
Okay, thank you so much. Ang husay ni Miss Deborah dun, di ba? Ginalingan ni Miss Deborah sa kanyang patalastas. Okay, so nagbabalik ang Today with Sir Nan at kasama pa rin natin ngayon ang ating mga visitors, ang ating mga guests, sina Miss Deborah, Miss Jen, Miss Moesha, and Mr. Earl Donadillo. So far, we are having some good discussion right now. I am going to ask Miss Jen again for a question. Ayan, ito, Genevieve. Itong question na ito, parang very latest issue to about sang-ayon ka ba na gawing mandatory ang vaccination sa lahat ng mga workers? Sang-ayon ka ba? Katulad ko, katulad ko mami mo or daddy mo, payag ka ba na ma-vaccinate sila ang lahat ng mga workers? Yes.
Sa tingin ko po, hindi dapat po maging mandatory yun.
Okay.
We have our own free will. Dapat, kung gusto natin, kung ayaw natin, okay lang po. Kasi, in the end, kung sino sisisihin, yung gobyerno, no?
Yes.
Sisisihin ng tao yung gobyerno.
Tama.
And if there is another vaccine nga naman na mas maganda yung efficacy rate, bakit mas pipiliin nga naman ng mga tao yung mas mababa yung efficacy rate nga naman po? And then, yung mga health workers po kasi ang priority natin.
Okay.
If pagdating po dun sa ano. And then, syempre sa kanila po, dapat mandatory. Pero,
yes, sa health workers.
Priority din po dapat na yung efficacy rate is mataas para po sa kanila. And then, pero para sa mga tao na other uniformed employees, dapat hayaan na lang po yung mga tao kung gusto ayaw po.
Kung hayaan sila na mag-decide, okay? Just like in our case, in the DepEd world, of course, actually, sooner or later, we will have some seminars na parang i-enlighten kami na magpaturok na kayo because you are workers, na parang ganun, para magpa-vaccine na kayo. So, parang just to encourage us, but definitely, tama yung sinabi ni Miss Pokis na it should not be mandatory dahil kayo bilang tao na nakakaramdam ng buhay nyo, what if there is a complication in my part? Like for example, in my case, di ba? So ako, hindi talaga din ako magpapaturok because I know myself. I know myself na hindi ako healthy. I have a lot of complication. I have heart complication. Ito nga, recently nga, just a month ago, ay hindi ako nakakapasok because of this. So would I risk myself? Di ba? Would I risk my life? Diba? So that is another question na parang the government has to really think about if they will really mandate or force all the workers, especially the government workers, to have this vaccine in themselves to be inoculated. Okay, so medyo nakakatakot yun. Okay, so hello to Miss Maybrian, to Miss Trisha, Miss Maniago. Right. Okay, so next question is, I would like to ask Miss Deborah on this. O yan. Ito Deborah ha. Sasagutin mo ako nito ng ano ha. Very good ka namang sumagot, pero ito titingnan ko kung paano mo sasagutin ito, anak. Paano if one day magkaroon ka ng COVID? Wag naman sana, Lord, wag naman. Wag naman. Paano someday magkaroon ka ng COVID, tapos na-realize mo na dapat pala nagpa-vaccine ka na? Kasi kung nagpa-vaccine ka sana, this is another question, di ba? Pwede natin, kahit ako, pwede ko rin itanong to sa sarili ko, tama? Na dapat pala nagpa-vaccine na ako noon para magka-COVID din ako, malakas ang immunity ko. Ano ang masasabi mo dito, anak? Di ba? Ikaw ba ay magsisisi or hindi? Yun.
Ano po, para po sa akin kung magkakaroon man po ako ng COVID someday, pero hindi naman po dapat. Ano po, hindi na po ako magre-regret kasi nangyari na din po kasi eh. Then, nasa akin na din po yun. Gagaling din naman po ako para sa mga, pwede pa pong maagapan yun eh. Pero po yung pagre-regret ko ng mga pa-vaccine po, hindi po kasi hindi ko po alam kung kapag nagpa-vaccine bago mangyari yung COVID, mabubuhay pa din po ba ako. Meron po kasing thought na gano'n, na kapag nagpa-vaccine ba ako, magiging ligtas ba ako? Kapag nagpa-vaccine ba ako, hindi ako magkakasakit. Mm-hmm. Yun din po yung thought ko, na hindi na po kailangan magsisi. Then face mo na lang po yung problem kung ano po yung sitwasyon mo ngayon.
Kung ano yung dumating. Kasi 'di ba, tama din 'yan. I love that idea. Kasi 'di ba, paano kung nagpa-vaccine ako nung bigla akong namatay, bigla akong nagkasakit, 'di ba? Parang ganun din. So never, it's better na iwasan na lang talaga. It is better to prevent than cure. Tama? It is better to prevent than cure. Ito, ang ganda ng question ni Miss Maybrian Tumbaga. But i-relate ko ito sa issue natin ngayon. Okay? She mentioned kasi, thank Miss Maybrian Tumbaga. Thanks for this idea. Although i-refresh ko siya para ma-relate ko sa topic natin ngayon using the social media. Earl, ang social media kasi natin ngayon, Earl, and I would like to ask Earl and Muisha on this. Mag-ready kayong dalawa. Earl muna, then Muisha. And also Jen, ito kasi magandang issue to. Ang social media kasi ay parang number 1 influencer siya. Tama? Do you believe in that? Social media is the number 1 influencer right now, especially in the vaccination program. Kung ano ang nababasa natin sa social media, apektado tayo. Okay? Ikaw ba, Earl, ano ang side mo dito? Ikaw ba ay talagang naniniwala ka ba masyado sa social media, or paano mo hinahandle yung influence ng social media sa sarili mo, Earl?
Sir, sa sarili ko po, kasi sir, kapag nagsa-social media po, I tend to read muna po yung mga nababasa ko or mag-research muna bago ko paniwalaan, kasi parang hindi po ako nasasatisfy kapag nabasa ko lang tapos magsa-scroll na ulit ako. Kasi parang hindi po nasatisfy yung knowledge na nabasa ko. Halimbawa po, Sinovac is 95% effective, sobrang dami nang gumaling, ganun. Pag nabasa ko po yun, isa-search ko po talaga, Sinovac, ganito. Pero sir, meron po akong mga kamag-anak na BBS. Tapos naniniwala po sila sa mga ganon. Or alimbawa po sir, sa mga alimbawa po, sasabihin po ng isang parang ginawa pong fake, alimbawa fake na picture ng isang actor, tapos sasabihin po nila na our president is the greatest, tapos ginagawa niyo po lahat, tapos sobrang ganda po ng Sinovac, sobrang ganda po ng vaccine na ganito. Maniniwala po talaga sila, wala po silang pakikinggan. Parang sa sobrang ano po ng social media, sa sobrang galing po nilang manghikayat, parang kahit yung mga taong hindi na parang papaniwala nila kahit hindi totoo. Parang sobrang nakakagulo ng utak. Kaya sobrang kailangan po talaga na, lalo na po sa mga vaccine, kailangan basahin muna po talaga yung mga pinagbabasa sa internet kasi sobrang daming trolls, sobrang daming fake news.
Oh my
God. Dahil po talaga masasamang elemento sa internet.
Oo, tama ka dyan. Alright, tama ka dyan, anak. Or ikaw, Muisha, ano ang mo dito, stand mo dito, yung mga nababasa mo sa social media about vaccine or about anything else, madali ka bang mapaniwala sa mga ganyan? Sa mga nababasa mo?
Ako, sir, ako po hindi po talaga. Kasi kung halimbawa, maliligaw po ako, nagsiscroll, tapos makikita ko. Halimbawa nga po, ayun, yung Sinovac, 95% po yung efficiency rate, ganun po. Parang ako kasi, mula pagkabata talaga, ang ko talaga, hindi ako basta nasa-satisfied or naniniwala sa binabasa ko. Like, totoo ba to? OMG. Ganon. Tapos, kasi pag ganon, i-research ko talaga, ay, totoo ba to? Yung parang, gusto ko pong mabigyan ng pruweba yung mga nababasa ko para, alam niyo yung parang bawas sa, parang pagiging, parang hindi ako yung naniniwala lang sa isa. Kumbaga, kailangan, yung pinaniniwalaan ko is may patibay na proof na ganito nga talaga yun. Opo.
Kumbaga maraming hindi lang isa ang nagbalita, kundi tama 'yun, totoo 'yun. 'Di ba? You know guys, para masigurado nyo kung totoo ang balita, dapat ibabalita din yan ng other media outlets. Pag isa lang kasi ang nag-share, tapos yung nag-share pang website, parang hindi naman familiar sa'yo, the possibility of being a fake news is so high. Dapat it should be reported by the mainstream media. Ano ba yung mainstream media? Ito yung mga ABS-CBN, GMA, TV5, blah blah blah, CNN. Ito yung mainstream media. So pag sila lahat ay nagbalita niyan, malamang totoo yan. Diba? How about you, anak, Jen? What can you say on this? Ikaw ba, do you get influence? Do you get affected right away with the social media, influences?
To be honest po kasi, hindi ako madaling ma-apektuhan ng mga ganyan. And sa totoo lang, iwas po ako sa social media.
Wow.
Lalo na po at alam ko na karamihan doon, especially sa Facebook, karamihan doon ay fake news. Or totoo man, pero isa lang yung side. Masyadong bias po.
Bias, okay.
And kahit po naman sabihin natin na sa balita, minsan po, meron pa rin pong konting bias. Kasi, if aminin naman po natin, kapag nagawa tayo ng balita, ang focus tayo sa angulo na yung malakas.
Yung may angle tayo. Okay.
Apo. Na kahit sabihin natin na kukunin natin yung side ng bawat isa, andun pa rin po yung nakafocus tayo sa isang part. Na ang mangyayari, kung hindi alam ng tao yung buong kwento, magde-decide na, ganito pala, may mga parang, kasi itim na yung gobyerno sa atin.
Oo.
So, hindi, so, ang nangyayari, mas lalo nagiging bias na po tayo. Hindi natin alam kung yung sinasabi ba nila ay may sense ba o wala. Kasi, iniisip natin na, ay, mga engot naman mga yan. Yung mga, nakafocus na lang sila sa alliance with China. Puro yung ganun na lang. Kahit na hindi natin alam kung totoo ba yun o hindi.
Okay, very good. Kumbaga, parang parang ang nakikita ko diyan, just like the accusation of the current government na yung ABS-CBN and Rappler are biased, parang gano'n na kumbaga, nagbabalita man sila, but parang may kinikilingan, yun yung nararamdaman ng gobyerno, but definitely we cannot judge them, di ba? We cannot judge them. We cannot judge the reporters because they have their own research, they have their own way on how to report it. But tama yung sinabi mo, it is always about angling. Di ba? Tama yan. As a writer, I understand that. You are looking for an angle which somehow favors you sometimes. Although parang hindi naman ganun yung gusto mong palabasin, but the reader would feel it, just like what the government is currently feeling right now against Rappler and against ABS-CBN. Okay, so in other social media or other mainstream media outlets. Alright, so ganun yun. How about you, Deb? Ikaw, Deb, naapektuhan ka ba, Deb, ng post sa social media ng mga balita?
Ano po, sir, minsan po kasi, katulad din po nila, nagsasearch din po ako. Kapag may nakita po ako sa Facebook na link, yung shinare po nila, babasahin ko po yung buong article and then magsasearch pa po ako ng iba pa hindi din po kompleto ng, hindi pa nakapag-search ng isa or parang nagpapatunay po dun sa mismong article.
Okay.
Hindi din po ako masyadong nagpapekto kahit po babad din po ako sa social media. And then meron pa din po naman akong security na tama ba to yung mga sinasabi nila at totoo ba yon? Papakinggan ko mamaya sa balita. Ganun po, minsan po nagsesearch ako sa YouTube na kung ano yung balitang yon. Search ko po kung anong araw yon, kung ano yung headline. Yun po, para po mas may patunay pa po yung article po.
Wow, I can see, guys, that you are all a very smart social media users. Okay, in the case of Jen, parang I can relate to that. You know what, this weekend, I really stopped answering questions. I stopped opening my inboxes and my messenger. Sabi niya kasi parang she is not really into social media, especially in Facebook. Recently I did that. I turned off my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Facebook, my messenger. I did not answer. I did not open the inboxes. Then when I opened it earlier today, I found out that there are almost 100 messages. Imagine, di ba? So imagine, ganun pala, in just 3 days na nawala ako, I received almost 100 messages. So doon ko na-realize na grabe pala talaga yung ginagawa ng social media sa atin. Parang minsan nauubos yung oras natin sa pagsasagot lang ng mga ganyan-ganyan. So I spent my 3 days without answering because I felt that it is a me time. Do you know what I mean? A me time. Ako muna, sarili ko muna. And I felt so refreshed. Kasi parang every now and then pala, kailangan natin ng ganyan. We need to rest from social media. We need to rest from the internet. We need to rest from the outside world, but be with ourselves first. And ang sarap sa pakiramdam. Kanina, I really feel so relieved. After, sabi ko, okay, ang daming message. Sabi ko, pasensya. Kaya nag-post ako, I know, nabasa nyo yung aking story. And sorry pala, guys. Sorry sa mga hindi ko nasagot. Actually, marami ang nag-chat sa akin sa inyo, especially sa group, sa section nyo, na na hindi ko napansin kasi I really don't want to open it. Okay, so we will be back after a few commercial. Okay, so guys, we only have 20 minutes left. We will have a short break, then babalik tayo. So we will have another commercial. Princess, you can play your next commercial now. All right, so we're waiting for another commercial. Do we have another commercial? Okay, so sige na, i-play mo lang anak ha, magsasalita lang muna ako. Okay, so we will end this show at 9 o'clock. We still have more questions here to go. I have a very interesting question here na hopefully you could answer. But I don't know if Princess has another i-play. Yes, i-play mo na anak, i-play mo na. You can play it now. Walang sound. Alright. Walang sound. Okay, it's okay. Alright, so so walang sound ang ating commercial. Okay, it's okay. Next time pwede tayo mag-intermission. Have you watched the show of Masino? nag-commercial doon, hindi commercial, nag-intermission doon yung mga estudyante, sila mismo. So, well, they really plan about it. Talagang natutuwa ako. Sa naman sa Matyaga, nagkaroon sila ng parang ganda ng layout because they use OBS. You also try that. Yung mga technicals, you can do that. Okay, so you can play it, Princess. Once again, magbabalik tayo pagkatapos ng ilang patalastas. Pakantahin din natin sa Earl daw. Earl, gusto niyo daw kumanta? Sabi. Kumakanta ko ba, Earl? I-play mo na, anak. Sige lang. I-play mo lang.
We are currently experiencing a global pandemic. Because of coronavirus pandemic, the death toll absolutely rise. Do you want to survive?
Troubling news on the coronavirus here in the U.S.
Policy fight against an overt vaccine.
We have had confirmation that the...
I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to educate you because many people think that COVID doesn't exist. This is the new normal. This is the new lifestyle. By washing or sanitizing your hand daily helps you to prevent gaining COVID, while wearing face masks or avoiding crowded places helps you to avoid any aerial infection. These are some simple principles that you need to prevent the virus to spread.
Alright, thank you so much from the Express News for that commercial about COVID-19 safety protocols. Ayan, so siguro kumakanta si Earl, sabi ni Anthony Amparo, pakantahin po sir, si Earl sir, ha ha ha. Okay, shout out to our students who are watching na to our 3,100 watchers. Lolo, magpaparaffle ako mamaya. Magpaparaffle ako ng grades. Okay, raffle ng grades. Yung makakakuha, 100 na agad. Yung hindi makakakuha, bagsak, 75. Hindi naman pala bagsak. Alright, dumako na tayo sa susunod na question. Pag-usapan natin ngayon ang tungkol sa mga trolls na mention kasi na Earl kanina, yung mga trolls and the fake news. Ayan, dahil dyan kumakalat ang iba-ibang impormasyon. Diba? Nagkakaroon tayo ng iba-ibang perception tuloy sa vaccination because of the trolls and the fake news and the... Ayoko sabihin. Okay, but yung mga trolls, okay? What can you say about these trolls, Jen? Okay? What can you say about these trolls? My God. Yes. Na-speechless ka.
Hindi ko sila maintindihan kasi, sir. I mean, wala sila magawa sa buhay.
True. Wala magawa sa buhay. Nakaka-stress. Nakaka-init. But they are paid. They are being paid accordingly. According to my sources, they are being paid for doing this trolling, blah, blah, blah. Diba? So wala silang magawa sa buhay. Nakaka-stress. Ikaw, Earl, ano masasabi mo sa mga trolls na itong mga walang magawa? What can you say? Magbigay ka nga ng masasabihin sa kanila.
Sir, yan yung mga yung mga tao, kulang sa aruga.
Yes, kulang sa aruga.
Yung mga sir, hindi lang sa internet pati sa totoong buhay. Kasi, sir,
talaga? May ganun din?
Sa kapitbahay namin, sir, may
trolls?
Hindi ba totoo yung COVID Sabi niya, sir. Hindi talaga siya naniniwala, sir. Kahit kailan di ako magpapaturo, sabi niya.
Yes, totoo yun.
Sir, yung tawag dito. Yung mga trolls sa internet naman, sir, parang yung iba kahit hindi bayad, yung iba mga bata, mga 9-year-old.
Yung walang magawa.
Minsan, sir, yung minsan kailangan po talaga i-limit natin yung mga bata sa mga social media kasi natututo po silang
natututo mag-troll.
So, parang nakikipag-away na, sir. Alam mo matanda yung kausap ko, pala 9 years old.
Kahit hindi nila alam yung issue, magko-comment na lang, di ba? So, totoo yun, di ba, Moesha? Naniniwala ka ba, Moesha, na hanggang ngayon, anak, ay marami pa rin ang hindi naniniwala sa COVID? Ako talagang, Diyos ko, I have 2 friends na namatay na from Manila. Okay? I have... hindi ko sasabihin. Medyo hindi pwedeng medyo confidential pala. Sorry. Basta I have 2 friends na namatay na sa Manila. Alright, yes.
Ano po sir, ako po naniniwala po ako na maraming hindi naniniwala sa COVID. Unang-una dito
Okay.
sa ano namin, neighborhood namin nila Earl diyan. 'Pag nakikita namin 'pag kami lalabas po para ano, yun po,
Oo.
magkita-kita, nakikita po namin yung iba
Walang pakialam.
pakalat-kalat, walang face mask,
'Di ba?
gano'n.
Nakaka-stress sila.
Opo. Tapos 'di ba, sir, nung nakaraan mula December hanggang mid-Feb andun po ako sa Manila kasi yung kay mama nga, gano'n. Tapos yung compound namin sir, ano siya, sobrang lapit niya sa police station. I mean, yung pagkalabas mo ng compound namin, police station yon, gano'n. Tapos as in sobrang daming batang pakalat-kalat na walang face mask. Alam mo yung parang walang pake, ang saya-saya pa nila. Eto pa, ano sila, nakakalat sila hanggang 12:00 ng gabi.
Wow, grabe.
Na wala man lang sumasaway, yun po. Tapos pag
Naku.
tatanungin mo ba't wala kang face mask? Di ka pa natatakot sa COVID? Sasagot nila sa'yo, kung may COVID, matagal na akong patay.
Grabe, 'di ba?
Bakit niyo ako sinasagot ng ganyan, ha? Gusto kong di niyo pa ako kilala.
Sampalin kita. Dapat ginanon mo. Okay.
Kung pwede
Ganyan.
lang, sir, eh.
Okay. Di ba minsan nakaka-stress talaga? You know what? Actually, recently, I have a visitor, a former student. He visited me, last time. And he told me, the moment he entered my house, he told me that there is no such thing as COVID. My God. That's why I was a little mad. Nagalit ako ng konti because pinasok niya. Ikaw, kung nanonood ka man dito, anak, alam ko manonood ka dito sa akin, okay? Kung nanonood ka man dito, I hope mabago yung paniniwala mo because I really don't like what you shared to me na hindi ka naniniwala sa COVID because I personally experienced it. Alright? Okay? Pinasok niya, di ba tayo, usually, grabe yung safety natin sa bahay na we don't want to pasok our shoes, our chinelas, we leave it outside our house so that the COVID, kung ano mga viruses ang nasa labas ay hindi mapasok sa loob natin. Nandun na siya sa labas. But this visitor of mine, talagang pinasok niya yung kanyang sapatos all the way to my room. Imagine that. That's why I was so disappointed. I was a little furious about what he did, but I told him, sinabi ko naman sa kanya, nasabi ko, anak, don't do that next time, because if you do that next time, you will not be open, you will not be welcome in my house anymore, okay? You have to respect the belief of other people. If you don't believe in COVID, I respect it. You have to respect myself. Diba? So, ganun lamang yon. Alright, so thank you guys ha. Thank you guys sa inyong mga shinare na idea about this COVID-19. We are almost 1 hour in our discussion. I have some questions pa here, but we don't have much time. But I need, eto kasi may gusto akong pag-usapan dito. Is this about discrimination, the black and white, the discrimination of blacks and that you are talking to Moesha and Jen? Is this the racial discrimination? Is it about the racial discrimination that is happening in USA? Or maybe we can divert it to the recent one, that's the Asian race discrimination. What do you think? What can you say about this, the racial discrimination thing that is going on in the European country and also in the United States? The black American racial discrimination and the Asian one. Ano mo masasabi mo dito, anak? Jen muna, then Moesha. Is it about the culture?
Ay, sinabi po ba namin sa inyo?
Yes. Is it about the about the discrimination?
Hindi po.
Okay.
It's about po sa ethics, the moral gray line of ethics in terms of, especially po sa war on drugs and such things na ginagawa po ng gobyerno.
So it's more on ethic. I thought it was about the racial discrimination. But talking about racial discrimination, what is your say about that? I mean, maybe we can focus on Asian na nabalitaan niyo na ba yun na ang daming Asian ngayon, mga Asian race ang dinidiscriminate ngayon sa ano, not just the black ones but the Asian one na parang if you are Asian, you are called to be like what happened to Jeremy Lin. You know Jeremy Lin, an NBA star before, but now in the G League, parang on court while he was playing, somebody called him novel coronavirus. I mean, somebody called him coronavirus. 'Di ba? What can you say about that?
Sa tingin ko po it's also because of the social media and yung pananaw po ng tao na isn't it the same naman po sa atin na kapag may mga Chinese dito, di ba?
True.
May mga tao na ano.
Yes.
And hindi ko kasi ako gaanong aware doon kasi yung mga nakikita ko po is I am focusing on the field of arts and such things na although hindi naman po gaano sikat yung mga Asian, pero yung mga Asian po na andoon sa field na yon sa European countries and other countries po sa West End na respetado naman po sila. So
yes,
kung meron naman pong ganun, it's in terms of the people who are not that aware or who are simple-minded po.
Yes. Okay. Maybe this is a different way of dealing with the Asian people. All right. I think it happened because something like maybe because of the coronavirus, where kasi a lot of people would think na this COVID-19 came from Asia. Tama? Di ba? Most of the European countries, as I have to say na the people from Europe, from South America, from North America, from Africa, from Australia, thought that this COVID virus or this pandemic really came from Asia, particularly China. And the entire Asia is being affected with that, diba? Parang because of that, there is the Asian discrimination that if you are from these countries that I just mentioned, you are the COVID-19 carrier. Diba? Parang nagkakaroon ng ganung thought, nagkakaroon ng ganung conception. So that could be the problem. Knowing na Asian help Western country, what do you think is their main reason of hating us? Yeah. Speaking of that, thank you Ariel. I love this. Who can answer this from Ariel? Knowing na Asians help these Western countries, what do you think is their main reason of hating us? Bakit nila hate tayo? Diba? Tinulungan na sila. After all, we rebuild. The Asian help these countries rebuild their own. I mean, not only rebuild in terms of other things, but rebuild in everything. You know, mostly like for example, in the construction world, it's mostly the Asian that will do the job. Diba? Mga Asiano ang nagtatrabaho. Like for example, the Filipinos. Tayo talagang gumagawa ng physical. Bakit tayo hinihate nila? What do you think is the reason? Maybe aside from the COVID-19, ano kaya yung palagay nyo na yes, Earl, sa palagay mo?
Sir, meron po kasi may isa pa pong reason hindi lang po sa ngayon, sa dati pa po. Yung mga physical po
appearance.
ng Asians.
Maliit, maitim.
Meron po akong napapanood sa live stream din po siya. She was an Asian girl. Tapos she went into a restaurant. Then there was a white guy that came near her. Parang sobrang lapit, sir. Kasi nakaganon yung camera sa kanya, sir.
Nakalapit.
Tapos what the guy did was he parang siningkit niya, sir, yung niya. Tapos he called her names. Tinawag niya po Ching Chong, mga parang sobrang baba po ng tingin nila sa mga Asian. Parang hindi lang po sa Chinese, sa mga singkit, minsan po sa mga Indonesian, Malaysian, Filipinos. Sobrang dami po Filipinos na sobrang baba ng tingin. Halimbawa po sa NBA, 'di ba sir, si Jordan Clarkson. Sobrang parang sobrang ng tingin sa kanya dati kasi medyo mababa pa yung niya, pero ngayon siya na po yung nagdadala sa so
parang the stars of jazz
po nila pag wala pong nagagawang malaki yung mga Asian doon po sa Western, parang hindi ka po nila titignan. Kailangan po meron ka pong mapatunayan bago po nila ibigay yung respeto nila sa iyo.
Diba? Maybe that could be the reason. So, yeah, that's aside from COVID thing, maybe because of the physical appearance of the people, of the Asian people, just like us. Diba? Parang pag iba yung itsura, hindi nila kauri, so parang dinidiscriminate nila. So that's usually the conception. Yeah, I know that. There are a lot of issues about that. Okay? So eto, parang may nabasa ako na dito, parang another question dito. What is your opinion as the Philippine government considering ito nga parang just a random before we end the show, just a random question. What is your opinion as the Philippine government consider the legislation to restore death penalty from Giancarlo Saraga? Ano sa palagay nyo? Kayo ba ayon ba kayong ibalik ang death penalty? Anybody? Are you in favor? Who wants to answer? Yes, Muisha.
Ako, sir, in my case po, hindi po talaga. Kasi, alimbawa, kasi karamihan sa mga nasasakdal is yung mga nasa mabababang antas ng lipunan. So kung kung halimbawa kung may death penalty nang nag-i-exist, parang sila, kung kung inosente sila, parang sila pa yung para bang malulugi kasi wala silang pambayad ng magaling na abogadong magtatanggol sa kanila. So, di po ba ganon?
True.
Tapos, parang minsan yung iba na pagbintangan lang.
Tapos hindi death penalty.
Eto, parang magfa-familiarize na lang po ako ng isang case. Paano po yung halimbawang sa kaso ni Christine Dacera, ganun po. Di ba pinipilit po nila na, or yung parang mas pinaniniwalaan po nila na she was raped.
Ng nanay.
Pero ang
pinapaniwala ng nanay.
Opo. Pero ang sinasabi naman po sa medical legal na
walang
aneurysm
rape.
Po yun. Opo. Na walang rape at aneurysm yun. At yung mga Siemens na nakita sa, tawag dito, sa private parts niya. Opo. Meaning is yung parang doon pa po yun. Kumbaga, hindi na po talaga siya virgin, ganon. So, kung halimbawang, ipagpalagay po natin, paano kung yung mga nasasakdal is may hirap, maaaring, hindi ko magsalita ng pero parang, kung halimbawang binabayaran, sabihin nyo, ganito yan. Parang mga napapanood po natin sa teleserye, ganon. Para mapaano. Di parang, mali din po yung pagpatay ng walang may kasalanan. Ganun po.
Yes. Okay. So, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that's true. That's very true na parang it's so hard to implement this death penalty in the Philippines because usually ang hustisya ay para lang sa mga mayayaman, 'di ba? That's the sad reality in the Philippines. The justice is only for the wealthy people. What can you say about that, Jen? Do you have anything to say?
First of all, in terms of ethics, we have no right to kill people.
True.
Tao po tayo. Hindi tayo ang Diyos.
Yes. Biblically speaking.
And then there's also the fact that wala yung mababa po yung terms natin sa law, sa legal things na yung forensic science po natin is it is not developed. Mababa po yung niya. And then yung mga police po natin, we are not sure na kung gaano ba yung hindi ko nga po alam kung memorize ba nila yung Mandela Law, yung Mandela Rights, di ba?
Yes.
Dapat po kada may ikukulong, may huhulihin sila, kailangan sasabihin nila yun. Sinasabi ba nila? Hindi. alam ko po na hindi nga sinasabi kasi may kilala ko.
You have the right to remain.
Yung mga hindi na sinasabi yun. And then yung mga rights natin, hindi na nga po natin alam yun, di ba?
Yes.
There is know your rights. Na para sa akin, dapat binabasa po natin lahat yon kasi ang gobyerno mismo, ang mga law enforcers mismo, hindi na po nila sinusunod yun. Na magiging dahilan po para yung death penalty lalong lumala kapag yun po yun ay pinasa natin dito. And then, kasi po yung di ba sila tate, parang gusto niya yung death penalty para po doon sa mga drug users. Para sa po, sinusunod nila yon ginagaya sa Singapore. Yun kasi sa
Oh my
Singapore
God.
po yung nila, death penalty nila para po doon sa mga drug abusers.
Yes.
Pero sila po kasi ay develop since 2006, ang taas na po ng level nila in terms of doon po. Very research na po sila. Pero tayo, wala tayong forensic labs, kakaunti lang. Ang mga forensic scientists natin, bilang na bilang. So, paano po natin masisigurado na yung kapag pinasa yung death penalty, ang mamamatay po, ang mga mahukulong, ay yung talagang
may kasalanan. Yes, very good. Very good point of view. I understand that also. Parang ang hirap nga naman ng ganyan. Na parang we have to iron out. Diba? We have to iron out the law first. I mean, plantsahin muna natin ng maigi ang batas, ayusan, because before we could implement that death penalty once again. So, sabi ni Maybe yan, that happened. Ito yung about sa ni Earl, yung sinabi ni Earl kanina sa discrimination of the Asian girl. That happened in Germany, Earl, really disturbing, 'di ba? Tapos sabi ni Anthony Amparo, kawawa yung babae doon. Hindi ko pa napanood siya. Maybe you can share me the link if you have. They even punched the girl. My God. Tapos ito naman si Antoinette, yes, I agree with Muisha. So totoo yun. Ang gagaling nyo, anak. Alright, so thank you so much. I really enjoyed our talk show for today. We will have more of this in the coming quarters. I love you so much. Salamat sa pagpapa-ubaya. Ano ba pagpapa-ubaya? How do you say that? Sa I just don't know the right word in Filipino. Pag-a-accept, how do you say that in Filipino? Salamat sa pagtanggap ng aking paanyaya sa inyong imbitasyon para maging aking guest. For this particular episode, this is actually the episode 3 of Today with Sir Nan, and I am happy. Once again, bigyan natin ng palakpakan, malakas na palakpakan ng ating mga bisita ngayong araw. Miss Deborah Cabarles, Miss Genevieve Pokis, Miss Muisha Colicom, and Mr. Earl Donadillo, and of course, yung hindi na nakabalik natin kasama na si Miss Shalene Manalo. Thank you so much for tuning in, our dear viewers. Ang gagaling nyo, pagpapa-unlock pala. Thank you, Antoinette. That's the exact word. Thank you. Salamat sa pagpapa-unlock na maging bisita ko ngayong araw. Okay, so Princess, you can play our outro, yung plinenyo mo kanina, ha? So, bye-bye guys. Thank you so much. I love you all. We will have another we will have a 15-minute break, then we will see each other again at Google Meet para pag-usapan yung gagawin natin for this. We have an asynchronous activity na just later na lang, ha. I will just tell you. All right, bye-bye. You can play na Princess. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.